Welcome to a special episode of Dark Matters. I'm your fearless host, Sam Roper. Tonight I'm happy to introduce Mike Rickseker on the show. Mike's a paranormal investigator, author, and ghostorian. Mike, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, Sam. I really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. Mike, explain to me real quick, ghostorian, what exactly is that?
Yeah, ghost story is kind of a term that I coined. Basically, what that is somebody who researches and investigates a ghost in the place in which it haunts. So you can kind of put the two words together, ghost and historian, but it's more specified and geared toward the history of a ghost.
Oh, okay, so you coined the term. That's really unique and interesting. I like that. Cool. Mike, what places have you been during your investigations within the U.S. or outside of the states?
Oh, well, yeah, I've been a lot of different places. Name a few offhand: Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum. My favorite haunt is the Stone Inn in Guthrie, Oklahoma. The Ohio State Reformatory just recently walked through that. With Society of the Supernatural, I've been through a number of different locations, like the Randolph County Infirmary, the Fox Hollow Farm, which was off the chart creepy. So yeah, a lot of different places.
That's very cool. So would you say that was probably the scariest place you've been?
Um, I mean, as far as like creep out factor, yeah, I don't really get scared at locations, because I'm more curious and trying to do research and investigate what's going on. So, yeah, I wouldn't say scary, but it definitely was creepy and had a lot of heavy, dark energy to it.
Okay, yeah, I definitely would be creeped out. Mike, what got you started with all this? Is this something you've done since a young age?
Yeah, I started at a young age. I had some experiences as a child, primarily, the first major experience being with a shadow person who appeared in my room late one night and actually interacted with me. Did something really kind of crazy off the charts. It approached me, leaned over my bed and crossed my arms across my body, and then ran off down the hall. Very strange, very crazy. Have no idea why it did this. And so, I've always been interested in the paranormal, and I was writing ghost stories as a kid. And my mother, when I was about 13 years old, bought me a book by Hans Holzer called Yankee Ghosts, which is all true ghost stories. He's the guy that coined the term ghost hunter many years
Oh, okay,
ago.
wow.
And so, yeah, so that just kind of really sparked my interest. And I had my first paranormal investigation when I was about 16 years old.
Wow, 16. That is a lot of experience and knowledge gained over your time investigating the paranormal. I can't even begin to imagine the things that you've seen and experienced. And honestly, anyone listening, I don't see how that couldn't make them a true believer. On our show, Dark Matters, we go over all types of things dark and disturbing: murders, unsolved crimes, extraterrestrials, paranormal activity. So I'd like to know, Mike, what would you put your fear in the most? Would you put it more into paranormal or humans themselves?
Humans themselves. I've yet to have a ghost actually hurt me, but humans, yes, on many different levels.
Well, sadly, that couldn't be more true. Humans are evil when they want to be and can be very hurtful on very many different levels. I understand that. Mike, do you think spirits can be malevolent?
Yeah, I believe there are malevolent spirits, both human and maybe not human. I do believe demons exist, but not as common as the media is trying to make out these days. Seems like every television show, every movie these days has to have a demon in it. But there are malevolent human spirits, and there was one that we dealt with when we were. This is with an old group that I was with when we did the episode "Monster in the Closet" on The Haunted. The spirit that we were dealing with there was a malevolent human spirit that was primarily terrorizing the adult daughter of the home, and it was doing other things as well within the house. But had Carl Johnson come out, we ended up cleansing the home, which is featured on that episode. But yeah, certainly it was doing a lot to terrorize the girl.
Wow. And just for our listeners, tell me what that episode is again and where they can find that.
Yeah, that was on the show The Haunted, which originally aired on Animal Planet. It's since been syndicated on Destination America. And I guess it's been syndicated in France as well. So the episode is Monster in the Closet, which I think it was the season premiere of season 2, if I recall correctly.
Okay, great. Well, I know I'll be checking that out, and Dark Matters fans, please check that out as well. So, Mike, out in the field when you're investigating, what kind of tools do you use?
Yeah, I try to keep it, simple, more, old school. When I'm either by myself or, maybe with a smaller team. When I'm with Society of the Supernatural, we use a lot more equipment. Mm-hmm. Of course, camera, audio recorder, flashlight is necessary. I usually like to keep a notepad nearby to take down notes. Have a K2 meter and a millimeter, which sometimes are helpful. I've had some good experiences with those. We have some different, when I'm with Society of Supernatural, the SB7 spirit box. We have the old hack shacks as well, and we've used the FLIR thermal imaging as well.
Wow, that is all very scientific and very over my head. But I know personally, I believe they work, and I think they're great tools in the paranormal world as far as investigators and others. Are there people that believe that these tools work? Are there people that believe these tools don't work? Are there believers?
Well, no, you have mixed opinions. I mean, basically, anything within the paranormal is going to be a mixed opinion because it's all based on theory. Mm-hmm. We're all trying to prove that ghosts exist and the other side exists and all of that, which really is extremely difficult to prove. You go through all these different things to try to get your evidence, and no matter the quality of the picture that you could take, or the clearness of an EVP that you may have, or something like that, you're always going to have your skeptics and people that doubt it, and people within the paranormal community argue and fight over it, which I think is ridiculous because, again, it's all based on theory. But
right.
I mean, there's people that are dead set on, yes, I'm going to use this spirit box. This spirit box here is the one that gets everything, and there's others that are just like, no, it's just all picking up radio waves, and it's not really, or it's picking up radio stations, and it's not really the supernatural. So it goes both ways.
Very interesting. Yeah, thank you for that outlook. Honestly, I've never even thought of it that way. Mike, with all the movies and